Welcome to Dreamland, where your dreams come true. Welcome to the last and final dream documentation for this little small series known as Welcome to Dreamland, where your dreams come true. Now, shockingly enough, this dream, Shakira appears once again, huh? Wow. So she's a previous coworker of mine. Now, also in this dream is my real flesh and blood sister, Princess Parker. She appeared in this dream too, along with her daughter, Amira. So in this dream, one more thing. For some weird, strange reason, Shakira is my sister too in this dream. Wow, what a weird twist. But so in this dream, I wanted to share my Welcome to Dreamland documentations with my sister. So we were all, me, my sister, Princess, and Shakira were all in my mom's room. And we were all just laughing and stuff like that. And then I said, you know what? I want to show y'all my video series on YouTube. Welcome to Dreamland series. So I put my phone right in front of them. I was about to play the video, but then I was looking at both Shakira and Princess faces. Looking at both of their faces for a while. And then they paused, and then I said, what happened to, Princess's eye? Like, what? Because there's a small little scratch next to her eye. Not in her eyeball or anything, but next to her eye. And I said, what happened right there? And then she pointed to Shakira, and Shakira said, yeah, I did it. I had to do it because, she was playing too much. And then I looked at Shakira, and next to her lip was a small scratch. And I said, well, did Princess do that? And she said, yeah. Princess is the one that said, yeah, I did that. And then they both bust out laughing hard. So I guess they were playing. And I guess they were roughhousing. And they scratched each other's faces. But since they were laughing and they bust out laughing hard and they were just cracking up about it, I said, oh, okay, well, now it's time for me to show you all my video series. And then they were watching it. And Amira said, oh, look. And they were listening to my Welcome to Dreamland series. And they were into it. But then something went strange with the internet, and my phone wasn't working well. So then we all stopped watching the video. And strangely enough, I know it's strange, but that dream ended. So it was kind of like a short dream. And then the next dream occurred. And I was somewhere downtown. I'm not 100% sure where I was downtown, but we could say may have been Old City area. Okay. And I was standing outside of this department store. I'm not even sure why I was standing out there, but I was. And then it was starting to get hot outside. And I know it was getting hot. I was wearing a lot of clothes. And I was wearing a lot of clothes for a good reason. Because it's cold, actually, during that time of the year. You see, around that time in my dream, it was in February. Today's time, in February. But because I was wearing so much clothes, I was starting to get hot. But for some reason, I had to stand out there. I'm not sure why. And then out from the department store came a man who was sort of looking like a cowboy. Now, he was Hakujin, and he looked very cool, I guess, because, you know, in the eyes of women, I'm sure they would find him very attractive. So I guess he looked like a Brad Pitt type of guy. But he was wearing a cowboy hat and cowboy type clothes. And keep in mind, it's cold outside, really. But yeah, I guess he was, you know, he said to me, all right, I'm ready to go. So I'm not too sure what type of role I played in this dream. But it was cold outside. He was dressed like a cowboy, which I'm sure he should have been cold, but he wasn't. And I was overly dressed, but I know the clothing that I was wearing was like maybe like policeman type clothes. You know, some type of officer, maybe a policeman, maybe a military officer, but I was overly dressed. So when he said he's ready to go, I'm thinking maybe I was more of a superior person than him, or maybe we were on the same level. But he's Hakujin, I'm Kokujin, and I'm not sure if this took place in the past, which it could have. It could have taken place like back in the 1930s or something, but I don't know. But the environment sort of looked like it could have been back in the 1930s. That's why I did say that, I was downtown in the old city area because, they have a lot of old style houses down there. So when he said he was ready to go, I walked with him, but I felt like I was the one leading him. So I was like somewhat in the front. We went walking down the block to somewhere. I don't know where I was leading him, but that's where we went. And I told him, I said, I'm glad you came out at that time because I was starting to get hot out here. And then he kind of laughed. And that's when I laughed too. And then strangely enough, that dream ended. So some of these dreams is ending abruptly. They seem to be cut short. But yeah, that was my dream last night. And as you all know, this is the last edition of this particular type of small little series here called Welcome to Dreamland, where your dreams come true.